Young Thug misses that jail phone.
They ain't ready for that mate. That nigga told Gunna. Man, them hoe ass niggas approach me. Now, catch the foot.
Jeffrey Williams, let me explain something to you. You on probation, right? You just approached me, threatening me. Your words was, we step on shit, okay? You didn't say I, you made it plural. You said we, so that's in cohorts. I mean a gang. You on probation. Then you had a fella with you that was possessing a gun. You are not supposed to be around with people that had guns. Eyewitness, along with other witnesses, saw your friend with the short body, with the fat, pudgy stomach that hangs above or over his waistline like a kangaroo pouch. The fat motherfucker was clutching the gun. His exact words as he was clutching the gun or appearing to be clutching the gun. I assumed it was a gun. I think it was a gun. I believe it was a gun, right? That makes it aggravated assault. His words was, don't lose your life in her. My words was, do it. Then other people came out and interfered. I proceeded to brandish the mace and pull out the mace and say, you niggas are getting maced. So I understand we was on a private airport's property, which is under the Federal Aviation Administration. So first thing Monday morning, because you said Jeffrey Williams on probation, AKA King Slime, AKA Young Thug, you said we step on shit. Your other brother, your goon with the gang chain, the YSL spider chain, pretending to clutch a gun as he was assuming to be brandishing and holding the gun, said don't lose your life. I am now in fear of my life.
What's up, words? Your boy Charles Brown back again talking facts. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Keep sending those cash apps to CLBMG. Join that membership. And all you buying that merch down below. Gang, listen. Do you guys remember when everybody was cheering when Young Thug got released from prison? Or do you remember when all this goodwill was bestowed upon Young Thug for those years that he was in there with all the free thug this and free thug that, and everybody was concerned about his well-being? They did not want to see him spend 40 years in prison, and some of you really didn't think he deserved it. And I'm gonna be honest, I was on the fence because I didn't know too much about how Young Thug was a menace in Atlanta. I didn't know that he was a cause of the crime rate being so high. Like Fannie Willis said, she said that the crime rate in Atlanta is high in essence because of Young Thug, right? So at the end of the day, we didn't know the extent of what Young Thug was out here doing. He was out here thugging and sliming and slime thugging and doing all kind of shit like that there. And people didn't care because they just liked his music, right? I'm not one of the people that's a big Young Thug fan of his music, but I don't want nobody to spend time in prison, right? Unless they really, really have been shown to deserve it. I'm one of these people, I say it all the time, you got to really do some effed up shit. I'm not a pro-prison guy. I'm not a like lock her up guy, like always screaming about locking somebody up. I just think that there's alternatives to that and there's different ways to deal with it. I'm not saying for everybody. Some people are heinous, but I'm never going to wish prison on a nigga. I'm just going to be honest. Let's just say that. I'm not a nigga going around like, I hope they catch you. Like, I'm not that guy. So end of the day, I wasn't a fan of having a dude in there because I didn't know. Right? I didn't know that Young Thug was really a Young Thug. I used to see him in dresses and painted fingernails, and I kind of underestimated his villainy, right? I'm just going to be honest. So end of the day, what I see now, that Young Thug might really be a thug that's in need of mental help, and he might need to sit down again, because here we are once again. She already accused you of running up the crime rate in the city and putting hits on people, and you admittedly had something to do with Lil Wayne's tour bus getting shot up. Let's just be honest. But one thing's for sure and two things for certain, Young Thug misses that jail phone, right? Mariah the Scientist might be talking and calling. It might be some new jail phone leaks because Thug is on his way back. The way he's rolling around with these goons, that got guns tucked in their shirts, allegedly, right? And you pick the worst one to pick it with, right? Let's just be honest. Charleston White is just as dumb, but he only dumb to an extent. Charleston White understands exactly what he's doing. This guy's a secret agent, a double agent. He's in the community to take niggas out of the community. He's been open and honest about that. He don't like rappers. He hates you niggas, but at the same time, he proposes to be a nigga. 100% nigga, 100% goon from the streets. Right? He loves that title. He embodies that shit. And this guy actually has a record to prove it. Went to jail for murdering an innocent man for no reason. A man doing his job, he murdered him, right? Or had him murdered, depending on how you look at it. Charleston White is an unadulterated snitch. Somebody that goes after people only to turn around and use all the evidence against them when they act tough. And he acts tough right with them. But he'll come and submit evidence against you in a court of law. Call the feds on you. Call your parole officer. This, that, and the third. So why Young Thug would get involved and mixed up with a Charleston White is beyond me, gang. Unless, like I said, you missed that jail phone, right? Came out, got $1 million handed right to him from Drake. I don't know if that was enough. You know, they might have done the right thing by saying Thug can't set foot in Atlanta, right? I think the crime rate down right now. But for some reason, Thug has decided that he saw Charleston White at Drewski's could have been love. I don't watch shit like this, so I would have never seen it if niggas didn't tell me. I'm just going to be honest. So, end of the day, Charleston White and Young Thug have had issues. Charleston White got issues with every rapper in the business. Let's just be honest. He wants you niggas to die slow. He has no qualms about telling you that. He's been making a good living at this point now. They done dubbed him a comedian of all things, right? The comedian with no jokes, right? They dubbed him a comedian. He's been on stages. They book him all over the place. And every fourth, fifth show, he got to spray a nigga with mace, right? At the end of the day. So for some reason, this wasn't his own show. He was at Drewski shit, and somehow Young Thug and his crew of slimers saw him, wanted to hit him with the Ghostbusters, right? And slime him out. I want to read this article, but it's so ridiculous that a man on parole, I think Young Thug, if I'm not mistaken, gang, was facing about 45 years. I'm from D.C. I know a lot of dudes that been in and out of prison, in and out of jail. I escaped jail by the seat of my pants, by the grace of God, right? End of the day, I've seen a lot. Just by being black, you can go to jail in D.C. I'm just anywhere, gang. But end of the day, I escape any real time in any type of jail situation because I'm smart. Some niggas ain't smart. Some niggas is niggas and they dumb. And some niggas like to be there. They don't know that's where they want to be, but they want to be there. It's like your girl want to take you on a vacation, right? She want to take you somewhere. You like, oh, fuck, I don't want to go to Bahamas. I don't want to get on a plane. And then you get there and you fucking love it. I think some of these niggas, they get in jail and they fucking love it. Right? It's what they call that shit, the hurrah spa or whatever. They get in there and they love it. I think some of these guys function better in there. Right? You get 3 hots in a cot. You get to make some calls throughout the day, and you get to just hang around your boys and chill out and kick it. Only thing missing is the conjugal visits, and some of them get that too. So at the end of the day, I think some of these guys may like it in there. At this point, the way Young Thug is rolling around with a guy, he not supposed to have nobody around him with a weapon. Apparently, he got a bunch of dudes around him with weapons, allegedly. I don't know for sure. But if dude is clutching his hip, a lot of dudes don't be pump faking about having weapons on them, gang. I'm just going to be honest. I haven't seen that happen since I was in high school. So I don't know a lot of dudes walking around with stuff on their hip that ain't really stuff on their hip. And I know a lot of them don't threaten to kill you if they can't. Okay, so Thug is really bugging out with the company he keeps. A lot of these places he goes, he don't have to go. You really don't have to go. That's like these football players. I see them every time you turn around. XYZ was stabbed in a strip club. XYZ was jumped in the parking lot of a strip club. XYZ was shot at outside of a strip. I'm like, stay your ass home, XYZ. Like some of these football players and basketball players, they want to be in the mix. They got to be at these places and at least the foul things happening to them, right? What's homeboy from the Boston Celtics got stabbed up in the... Like, listen, man, they just need to stay home, but Thug is not a stay-at-home nigga at this point. I don't think Thug has been out a full year. And I did videos, go back in my shit. Type, search Young Thug. I said the way Thug moving, as soon as he got out, I said Thug might be back up in this place in about a year. Because soon as he got out, he started talking about snitches. Let's get these snitches. What's homeboy name? Yeah, Lil Baby, right? He's like, let's get these snitches, wham. So end of the day, I was like, yeah, not first day out is your first fucking tweet is about some gang shit and snitches. So I was like, yeah, I don't know how Young Thug moving, but it ain't good. You know how they say play stupid games, get stupid prizes? Well, they give his ass a real good stupid ass prize. Okay, so I'm gonna read this article, but I've been on the watch for Young Thug, and when I first started reporting on Thug, I was like, yo, you know what? We wish Thug the best, this, that, and the third. But as I started to learn about Thug, I was like, yeah, Young Thug like kind of don't got no common sense. I'm just gonna be honest. This is not an act. This nigga really is a thug. He's really wild, and he really might have a hot in a car waiting for his ass. Because to antagonize Charleston White, to try to bully him, I don't know if motherfuckers been paying attention for the last 5 years. Charleston White feeds off this shit. He's like a blob. It's a movie called The Blob. It's like an alien thing or whatever it is. It's all kind of like chemicals or whatever it is. I don't know. It's just a blob of shit. And the more you add to it, it absorbs anything you add to it. It gets bigger. Charleston White absorbs hate. He absorbs threats. He absorbs any type of physical violence or anything that you say to him. He absorbs it. He wants more. It feeds him. So to approach Charleston White to try to threaten his life, you giving that blob more substance. You making it more blobbery, right? You know how these kids went through this phase of playing with slime and making all this slime at home, all kind of, you can figure out how to make it from scratch. Well, this motherfucker really making slime from scratch because this dude, Charleston White, he loves it. He wants you to get in there and try to and play with it and move it around and try to threaten him. He eats off that shit. So I don't know if Thug been paying attention, but the wrong person on earth to approach and try to intimidate and try to scare and say violent threats to is Charleston White, because he's recording that shit mentally up here so he can go and report it to your parole officer. He wants you to do that. He needs you to do that because it's content. This motherfucker been live 2 days fucking straight talking about your ass. You gave him more content for the bullshit comedy routine that ain't funny. So I don't know why Young Thug want to go back to prison. But yeah, he going to be on the phone again with Mariah the Scientist real soon if he don't act right. Let me read this article and have this conversation. Young Thug allegedly pressed Charleston White at Drewski's Could Have Been Love reunion. Why y'all there? Ain't is either one of these niggas on the show. Maybe Charleston White's in the show, but I'm damn sure Young Thug ain't on it. Let me continue though. I don't know. Young Thug has been laying low since his release from prison over the YSL RICO trial, but an alleged altercation with Charleston White might result in more legal drama. There's a lot of drama. Because he said he's going to call your parole officer. That's going to be an ugly call in the morning when you got to check in. Let me continue. The social media personality threatened to press charges against the rapper and get him in probation trouble for allegedly threatening his life at Drewski's Could Have Been Love reunion. As caught by Kirko on Twitter, White took to Instagram to share a video of the alleged altercation. In it, he yells at Thugger and his entourage from a distance. Also in the video's caption, Charleston accused the Atlanta MC and his entourage of threatening his life and trying to attack him. He claimed that Thug said, "You're going to lose your life right here." That is awful. You can't say that on federal grounds, gang. That's not going to work. While in the Federal Aviation Administration property in Miami, threatening to press charges for alleged terroristic threats, is what Charleston White is saying. In another Instagram video, Charleston White blasted Young Thug, speaking on his probation and alleging more details about the alleged altercation. He also doubled down on the claims that one of Thug's colleagues toted a gun during their alleged threats. White said he plans to press charges tomorrow and fears for his life, hoping to file a restraining order against Thugger and contact federal authorities. And this dude will do it. He will call your parole officer. He will press charges. He will hit up his handlers, because we all know Charleston White absolutely has some handlers in that government that get him, they run him out on the leash and make him go and scoop up as many rappers and niggas on the block that he can. And he's doing a damn fine job, right? Charleston White is doing damn fine police work as far as they're concerned. They don't care about the nonsense he's saying and all the detriment he's doing to the community. They don't give a fuck about that. Just bring us more niggas, and he's doing his job expertly. Right? This is what he does, and he's good at it. And I don't know how Young Thug, a lot of motherfuckers decided, you know what? And we called them soft. Y'all called them soft, this, that, and the third for not engaging with Charleston White. But a lot of them have learned, listen, leave him alone. Right? Remember how petrified Boosie got? Boosie was like, ain't nowhere in the world, I'm going back. I don't want no smoke with Charleston White. Absolutely none. Because he understands his situation is precarious. And if he get in any kind of trouble with this fool, his ass going to jail. Charleston White going to be doing a jig with a fucking Confederate flag over his back, dancing that he got Boosie locked up. Well, he going to have another big fish, because Young Thugger is in trouble. This is when you're trying to be too tough and you're trying to be too street, and you ain't learned that all that shit got you in that cell. I think he was in there for 2 years making all them damn phone calls that we done heard half the goddamn calls so bad that the state had to say, okay, enough. You can't. They supposed to. If you order the phone logs, you're supposed to be able to. You're supposed to be able to ask for the phone logs, and they're supposed to give them to you. That's how that works. Well, people started calling. It wasn't calling the Fulton County jailhouse, ordering all kind of logs. And they started finding shit on there. That Young Thug laying up on that phone, talking this, that, and the third. Okay, so even the state had to say enough, right? They put the kibosh on that shit. They was like, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and stop all requests. No more requests, because that's how bad it got. So end of the day, let me finish this article so we can have this conversation. Charleston had other Instagram posts on the matter going over his allegations. We'll see if Young Thug responds to them publicly or in court. If White does press charges, please, Thug, please do not get online talking about this shit. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Don't even acknowledge being there. Don't talk about it publicly at all. Don't do no interview like you did the last time. Whoop-de-doo. We don't need that. If you want to stay out on these streets, you're going to do what you want to do. But at the end of the day, if you're going to listen to anybody, listen to me. Don't do no interviews, gang, because your ass going to be back in that prison. On that jail phone, the same goddamn phone you was on last time. And it ain't gonna be no, this judge, when they get you, they got you this time. She probably come down to the cell. You know how you be watching the movie, you be watching Game of Thrones and shit, and Cersei finally get that chick that she been trying to kill. Oh yeah, that judge gonna walk down in your prison cell late at night, they gonna let her in, and she gonna laugh at you. She gonna be like, I was waiting a long time. Really wasn't that long, wasn't a whole fucking full year. But she coming in your cell late night while you laying in that bitch trying to figure out how to get out of it. She going to be coming in there talking about, well, look what we have here, Jeffrey, right? It ain't going to be good, so calm your ass down. Don't say nothing online. Let me continue. These threats from Charleston White to Young Thug circle. Hold on. Oh, yeah, these threats from Charleston White to Young Thug circle around Thug's past legal trouble, specifically the YSL RICO case. He finally left jail after 2 years on October 31st of 2024. So that was a year, under a year and a half. After he mixed his no context plea. That means he did not get acquitted, gang. He is on parole, and this guy has a problem if he messes up. It ain't no second chance you mess up this time, gang, because they said you were a gang leader and you said I am, but I'm gonna be better. And I'm gonna do exactly as you say. So he's on a thin rope, on a thin line. Charleston White's criticism of Young Thug also extends to the Atlanta snitching scandal that went down last year. There are still some leftover narratives from that, but it's clear that these two hold little love for each other. And at this point, you got to think, Charleston White don't live in Atlanta. Why is he always in Atlanta business? Well, there's a whole lot of fish in Atlanta, a whole lot of rappers that he can get caught up in the fish net. So he's gonna disrespect everybody in Atlanta as much as he can, so he can get you to say something online, call him, threaten him through text, some kind of threat, some kind of way where you're gonna make his life miserable. Then he's gonna go tell on you, and these guys should know better than this by now. Let me continue. Still, that doesn't mean these allegations from White have been confirmed, so we'll have to wait for more developments. In any case, this could be a massive problem for both, depending on how far things go in other areas. So this is the thing. Now, like I said, anything could happen with all of this, that, and the third, and they could actually catch Charleston White and do this, that, and the third, but you got to understand, this guy is 100% open about his snitching abilities. I don't know at this point who's going to try to do anything. This guy has been getting away with this for years, and it's getting easier and easier because a lot of guys are starting to fall back and throw their hands up. And once you leave him alone, he typically goes away. He'll still jab you here and there, but if you encourage it, then you wind him up, he pops up. Right? Like them damn dummy dolls where you put them in a box and you push the damn thing down and you wind the thing up and it's going to pop up, scare the shit out you sooner or later. That's what Charleston White is doing. Young Thug should know that. He should be smarter than this. But apparently he likes them hots in the cot and he like that jail phone. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what Young Thug once again going to be paying lawyer fees. That $1 million that he got from Drake, that's probably going to be on a retainer soon. And he going to have a whole new lawyer team. Remember he got Diddy's lawyer, and Diddy's lawyer was in there. I think Diddy cried with him. Either he cried with him or cried with Diddy or cried with both of them. But somebody was crying. Right, end of the day, Young Thug gonna have to lawyer up all over again over the dumbest of shit. You don't say these things, and you damn sure don't have your men's around you saying shit to him. But we gonna see what's going on. I think right now Charleston White got the upper hand, and it's gonna be a whole lot of explaining to do. All right, that's all I got on this situation, man. Head on over to Black Yeti. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on the What Show. Me, TJ, and Fliz. Lock in, tap in. I got the Patreon popping. I think I'm at episode 18 on Patreon. These are exclusive episodes only on Patreon. Head over there, lock in Charles Brown Patreon. And there's a new video called Peanut Butter Tim's. Me, TJ, and Fliz is on my channel. Scroll back or search Peanut Butter Tim's. Get in the video comments. Let us know what you think. All right, we got a project called The What Project. All streaming platforms. All right, I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine.
Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.